Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tamalpais Red Tail Hawks versus the Branson Bulls JV lacrosse game here on the shores of San Francisco Bay. My name is Dave Harris. I'm here with my partner, Dave Rush.
Good evening, everybody. Happy to be here. Welcome.
Hey, Dave, how are you today, bud?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks, Dave.
We're kind of getting down to the end of the season. The girls are coming off of spring break, and this is their first game since coming back to spring break. It's a home game against Branson.
And the energy level is high. The music was bumping, and so are the girls in warm-up.
Yeah, everyone seems excited. Once again, like a lot of these games that we have, Tam's going to be playing a Branson team that they're probably pretty familiar with. They know it's a number of the girls that they've played with either in club, on the other team. And, in fact, many of these girls for the Hawks have been coached by the JV head coach for Branson, Charlie.
That's right.
He's a great guy.
Great guy, good coach.
And Charlie probably knows a lot of these girls' tendencies, and so maybe that might give Branson a little bit of an advantage. Who knows? I'm excited, though, to kind of bring it home here for the JV, for the end of the JV lacrosse season.
Yeah, I think we've had a good run. We've had some tough losses and some really good wins, and most importantly, the team really likes each other, which isn't super common, if you can believe that.
No, I think that's right. That's for sure right. You can just look at it out there. Look at how much fun they're having right now.
It's so great.
So we're lucky enough to have Megan Christensen standing atop the Hawks' nest, doing the camera for us. Hey, Megan, how you doing up there? We're doing great. Thanks for taking care of the camera for us today.
And Megan, do you have layers on? Megan does, in fact, have layers on.
Well, today's one of those days. As you look out of the hole atop the Hawks' nest, you can see the fog rolling in from Tam Valley. There are none of those iconic redwood shadows cast across our field today. It's a bit more of a chilly spring afternoon.
It's a Mill Valley afternoon. I love it. Some of the best weather in the world.
It is. You know what I really love about living in Mill Valley?
Do tell.
The sleeping weather.
Oh, Sunday sleeping.
I mean, it's just that cool, nice.
It's so good.
It's so nice. Okay, so back here to Sam Chapman Stadium. The Hawks are the home team. I believe we have. Are there three more games left in the season, Dave?
I believe there are 3 more games left in the season.
I think we have one today against Branson, an away game on Thursday against Terra Linda.
That's correct.
And then a real away game in Concord against another team next Tuesday. I can't remember the name of the team. I'm sure we'll get it for you before the end of the telecast. But three games, 3 opportunities for the Hawks to end on a positive note.
Right.
And I know I saw over the break, one of the things I like about spring break in Mill Valley is things get really quiet if you stay around town.
They sure do.
One day I pulled up to a light over in Strawberry, and as I was pulling up, I saw one of those classic Tam lacrosse magnets on the car. And whenever I see that, it always kind of gets me excited. And so I said, I wonder who that is. I pull up next to the car. I look in, and who is it but Coach Taylor Roy?
Oh, that's wonderful.
So Taylor and I rolled our windows down and shared some and kibitzed a little bit about lacrosse. And I know she is super pumped for the end of the season. She's loved coaching these girls. It's been a really great experience for Taylor. And, Robin's a stalwart out here at TAM. Oh, and it's just as quickly as I mentioned that we don't have the iconic redwood shadows.
Here we go.
The fog pulls back, and there they are.
The famous sunny late afternoons.
So,
sometimes the hottest part of the day.
Oh, it can be. But I don't know. When you come over here, I left my office in downtown Mill Valley, and it was warm. But I knew that I was going to need this puffy, and I do need it.
You've got the experience growing up here. That's for sure.
So here we go. Looks like we're starting out with Sage Tidwell for the Hawks. She'll be taking the draw. At mid, accompanying her is number 5 Cora O'Connell and number 8 Coco Harris. Up at attack is number 13 Zola Saunders, number 10 Mercedes Chong, and we'll get the rest of the names when we can. But here we go. We're underway here at Sam Chapman Stadium. It's won by the Hawks. It's Harris who has the ball. She's taking it right. passes it down to X. Over to Chung. Chung back up to Tidwell. Tidwell to Harris.
Harris has been known to attack from this position.
I'd like to see all the Hawks attack a little bit. Oh. And also handle the ball. Fundamentals. So Sage Tidwell, the sophomore at the top, sets it up. Chong clears. Sage sends it down to Lily Hofer. Lily fakes charging the net and sends it back out. Hawks are going to take their time and make sure that they take full advantage of these possessions. Branson picks Harris up nicely, who feigns a drive to the.
She wisely brought it out.
Tidwell over to Harris. There's a pick, a nice pick by Tidwell, but met by 3 Branson Bulls. Chong sends it down to Hofer at the X. Rolls the crease, looking for a pass. Hawks maintain control.
Nice ground ball pick.
That's Zola Saunders. Back up to the top to Sage Tidwell. Tidwell to Harris. To Chong. To Hofer. To Christensen. Christensen back to Hofer at X. Now they're going clockwise here with it, Dave.
We don't have a shot clock in lacrosse yet.
Oh, couldn't control it there.
Not at the high school level.
And the ball's in a little bit of a scrum. A little bit of a sloppy passing play and resulted in this. Tam's trying to get the ball back, and they do at the 50. That's number 5, Cora O'Connell, but drops the ball. This is one of those situations where you got to make sure you have the ball before you try doing anything. That's 17. That's Eve Hodis.
Winning the ground balls. Very important.
Critical. Just critical. Okay, so let's reset up. There's Christensen. Okay. Harris picks it up. Let's see if the third time's a charm for the Hawks. Harris drives to looking for a shot. To no avail. Back out to Chong. A little rusty here coming off spring break, Dave.
Maybe so.
Yeah. Chong to Hofer. Hofer drops it into the wicket of Ella Christensen.
There's a lot of standing still right now, which will change.
Ella rolling the crease.
Right
Takes
now.
a shot. It's blocked.
Good shot.
Oh. An errant outlet pass by the Branson Bulls gets it back to Tam Hawks.
The clears are just important as the draws and the ground balls.
Did Sage step out of bounds there, Dave?
Yes, she did.
Okay. So
she was pumped up.
Branson getting the ball back. Probably sometimes confusing with all these different colored lines on the sides.
Yep.
So the Bulls get it over the 50, trying to set it up, but there's a hotly contested by the Red Tail Hawk defense. Charlie, the Branson Bull coach, calls out settle. Obviously, I think that means set it up, Dave.
Yep.
Oh, ball's dropped. Got to win the ground balls. Back to Branson. Oh, not quite yet. Over to Branson.
I think a Tam player covered the ball.
Okay.
Or the other player's stick.
So Branson sets up to up versus the Tam defense. Apologies to any Branson families or girls listening to our telecast. We don't have the roster names and numbers for any of the Bulls, so we apologize if we just call them out by number. Looks like that was a timeout.
Timeout.
Okay. So with about 7:10 left to play in the first quarter, Tam seemed to control much of the possession in that first half of the first quarter, but I guess had one shot on goal, which was turned away by Branson.
Yep. They had a lot of passes around the horn and not a lot of attacking, but not a lot of turnovers.
That's true. That's true.
But they're getting a talking to right now, so I think both teams are going to have a bit of a change of strategy.
Let me ask you a question. You know, in basketball, for example, you can only call a timeout either at a dead ball or if you have possession. Do you know what is that the same? Like who called this timeout? David?
You need possession.
You have to.
And I did not notice who had possession.
I'm not sure who called timeout here early in the first half.
I will refer to Google to confirm that.
Okay. Well, while you do this, I'm just going to kind of describe what I'm looking at out here on the shores of Richardson Bay. It's just an absolutely gorgeous day. It looks like it's a bit of a slack tide. Might be coming in. You're more nautical than I am.
I'd call it a medium tide, yes.
Okay, medium tide. But looking just over the wetlands that separate the bay from Sam Chapman Stadium, just gorgeous. The commuters coming home in the 5 o'clock hour from San Francisco. It's pretty busy over on the Richardson Bridge.
That's a rough commute.
That is a rough commute. We're lucky that we don't have that one.
No, I've been stuck on coming onto the Golden Gate many times.
Yeah.
Just sitting there. It seems to happen once every 2 months. You get a bad one.
Yeah. No, it can be absolutely brutal. But back here to the action at Sam Chapman Stadium. The score currently is 0-0. Looking out at the teams, it looks like Tam is a much larger squad. I noticed that Branson, I think, has 5 substitutes, and we have probably more than twice that many on our side. So
that bodes well for the second half and especially the fourth quarter.
Yep, want to keep the legs fresh.
Do you know kids can run up to 4 and 5 miles in a game?
Is that right?
Yeah, it's so much running, so much conditioning is needed.
It is a tremendous amount of conditioning. Well, that's why we're so fortunate to have Coach Robin Ackley. Robin's she's talented in many regards, but one of the things she's most known for, sometimes to the dismay of the players on the team, is how she can make sure she gets them in top physical condition. So
she's a great trainer.
She certainly is. I sat through a Robin workout once and
how'd it go?
Didn't feel great.
You
the
still
next
sore?
Day. Didn't feel great the next day, I have to admit. And even more sadly enough, I actually paid to do it, Dave. If you can believe that.
I understand.
It was a fundraiser. Oh, God. So it's a turnover to Tam. That's number 4, Sage Tidwell, is picking up the ball.
There we go.
Sage drives hard right. Ball comes out of her stick. Sage looking for relief, and she gets it. And she gets it to Lily Hofer. Lily.
Excellent ball
over
movement.
to Mercedes Chong. Mercedes has a pass right down in front. Number 5 drops. Does a drop shot. That's Cora O'Connell.
Through the 5-hole.
Absolutely. What a beautiful look by Chong. Finds O'Connell sitting right in front of the goal. Cora handles the pass and drops an effective bounce shot right between the goalie's legs to give the Hawks a 1-0 lead.
You do not see that 5-hole shot very often. That was great.
That
assist, that she dropped a dime.
Oh my God! Part of it is you always want them to be looking up the field, looking for opportunities, and it's hard sometimes because you don't even you've got to get possession of the ball. That was a wonderful pass by Mercedes Chong right down to Cora O'Connell to give the Hawks a 1-0 lead. There's Cora again. Cora maintains possession for Tam. Cora's a freshman. This team pretty much, I'd say, split about 50-50 freshmen, sophomores. There's Tidwell. Looks like it was an offsides blue call, so they're going to reset for the Hawks. I like when you can hear the referees make their call all the way up here in the Hawks nest, Dave.
Yeah, I do too. It's helpful.
Sometimes our novice eyes don't necessarily know what the call was.
And the same goes for the people in the stands.
Yeah, I think that's right. So that's Tidwell lining up at the 12. Probably won't have a shooting opportunity here, but maybe a pass. Sends it back down to X. That's Lily Hofer. Lily looking for cutters. Lily to Mercedes. Mercedes to Coco Harris. Coco at the top. Swings it over to Zola. Zola down to Sage. Sage trades positions with Lily Hofer and goes to X. And trades with Ella. Looks like she's going to try to roll the crease. Defended by Branson. Tam reset. Here's Sage pushing for the cage, but once again, nicely blocked by Branson.
Their defense has been well coached.
Hofer roll. Oh, what a shot by Lily Hofer. I don't know how she snuck that one in there, Dave.
She snuck that in. They thought she was coming back around.
That shot was, if that side of the goal is 9 o'clock, she had to have shot that ball at about 8:45.
That was a very tight angle.
Not a lot of space for error, but Lily Hofer finds pay dirt and puts the Hawks up 2-0.
We'll take it.
All right, so like to see a little offense on the part of the Hawks, and we're seeing it right now.
Good action.
So with the running clock, we're inside of 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play here in the first period. First quarter. Is it a period or quarter?
It's a quarter.
Okay. So there's Tidwell again taking the draw for the Hawks. Ball's on the ground. Hawks are battling. Oh. That was
that did not feel good. Good sportsmanship, good apology.
Yeah, Cashin comes into the game and it immediately makes her presence felt.
She sure did.
Yes, she did.
Number 2 felt that.
Okay. There's a foul. Back to Branson. Branson looking for a shot opportunity, and number 24 takes it with a beautiful shot.
That was the first aggressive move we've seen from Branson, and it sure worked out well.
It certainly did. She drove hard right and probably shot it from about 8 to 10 feet out, dropped it in the bottom left-hand corner of the cage, just beyond the outstretched arms of Rush, our sophomore goalie.
Junior.
Excuse me,
junior. There are 2 senior goalies on the varsity team.
That's right, there are, aren't there?
And she loves this team.
So
it works out really well for everybody.
You know, Dave, I played as a junior on the JV team on the basketball team at Hammond back in 1988.
88. What length were the shorts at that time, Dave?
They were short. They were short shorts. They hadn't moved into the Jordan era yet. So there's Ella Christensen. Drops the ball in front of the cage. There's a scramble. Picked up by Cashin. Cashin, the lefty, brings it back out. Sends it over to, I believe, Christensen. Yeah, Christensen's got the ball. Over to Hofer. Hofer to O'Connell. O'Connell to Harris. Harris to Chong. Chong back to Cashin at the top. Oh. All right, first thing. There we go. Kip's got it now. The defense for Branson is tough.
Oh, Harris making her move.
Makes them move. A lot of running.
All
not
right.
a lot.
We're at 53 seconds left in the game. We need to get aggressive here.
We do. I wonder if the Hawks know that they've got under a minute to play here in the first period.
They should know that.
They got to talk to each other. Okay, now we're
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Looks like they're setting a play up. There's the teammates calling out, letting them know that there's sort of 30 seconds
Good
to play.
call.
The sophomore, Ella Christensen, sends it to Lily Hofer, who rolls crease and top right shelf again. Lily Hofer is on fire for the Hawks.
That was a quick burst of speed. I did not see that coming.
She's really got – I think Lily appears to have been really working on that shot over spring break.
I think she might have done some training.
I mean, it's a tight little window to get it in there. And after one, it's the Hawks 3, the Branson Bulls 1. Dave, talk to me a little bit about that first quarter for the Hawks.
Well, they started out slow and pensive. Their warm-up was so energetic, and that's how they finished the half. They were popping.
Yeah, they were. I love to see that an energetic team out there bouncing around, knocking sticks, having fun, laughing. It's a good sign, and it was a good sign for the Hawks, who have a 2-goal lead entering the second quarter of the game.
They'll feel good about that.
I think they're going to feel real good about that. A big day of sports in the Bay Area. Tonight, in less than an hour, the Golden State Warriors have a play-in game against the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Any thoughts on that game, Dave?
I think the veterans might be a bit tired, and they're going to need to lean on some of the younger players tonight.
Well, I hope that the younger players can answer the call. It's been the last week or so has been kind of rough for the Warriors. But back to lacrosse action here at Sam Chapman Stadium.
And what's the field has a different name. It's not Sam Chapman Field, is it?
No, it's not. It's actually not Sam Chapman. It's Sam Chapman Stadium, and it's Bruce Grant Field. The fame.
The scoreboard on the thing. It's Branson 3.
Hang on one second, folks. We got a little technical issue. Folks, apologies. We were just corrected. There were some typos on the screen here on TamTV. It erroneously said that Branson was winning, and in fact, it's the Tam High Red Tail Hawks who have 3, and the Branson Bulls with 1 goal.
Erroneous. That's a good word.
Erroneous. So yeah, no. Back to the history of our fair field here. When in fact, Sam Chapman, we've talked a little bit on other telecasts about Sam Chapman. I don't know if you've known this, Dave. Coming fall, thanks to the Tam High boosters, we are going to be starting. It's hard to believe a school as old as Tam doesn't have it yet, but we don't have an athletic Hall of Fame. And so
we need that.
Yeah, and so next fall, we're going to have our inaugural class entering into the Tamalpais High School Athletic Hall of Fame. And my understanding is Sam Chapman is one of the individuals on the short list to be and to enter into the Tam High Hall of Fame.
Excellent. Do you know how many nominees there will be?
I don't know how many total. I think they're still accepting nominees. If you go to the Tam Boosters website, there's a link on there where you can nominate a former Indian or Hawk. The Indians is the name of the former mascot for the Tamalpais, and they were in fact the Indians until the name was changed in the fall of 1989. Back in 1989, it was kind of in the early wave of mascots being having their name changed. The Miwok Indian tribe came to Tamalpais High School and expressed their displeasure with the fact that Tam was using their name as a mascot, and so the Tam High community listened and heard them, and late fall of 1989, the mascot was changed from the Indians to what it is today, the Tamalpais Red Tail Hawks.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And what a great mascot.
It is a great mascot. It really is. It's a bird, obviously indigenous to our area, so there's relevance. Sometimes you see, other mascots that don't really have any real relevance, but the red tail hawk is very relevant to our area. So here we are to start the second period. Taking the draw is number 5, Cora O'Connell. Looking for the ball.
Harris,
it's picked up
ground ball. There we go.
Okay. Coco's got a big head of steam. Oh, and a shot from right about 10 feet out, and she finds the back of the net to give the Hawks a 4-1 lead.
She knew she was going to do that the second she got the ball. That was great.
Yeah, she picked that ball up after there was a bit of a scramble at the draw, and gives now the Tamalpais Red Tail Hawks a 3-goal lead. So here's Cora again to take the draw for the Hawks. And Cora prevails. Takes it upright. And here's Tam setting up. Mercedes over to Coco. Coco to Zola. Zola to Ella Christensen. Ella to Hofer. Back over to O'Connell. Into the game is Kira McCarthy for the Hawks. Cora's got the ball, looking for an outlet, defended aggressively by Branson. She finds Mercedes Chong at the top. I'm seeing more movement by the Hawks. More cuts across the middle, looking for some more passing opportunities as opposed to simply kind of the bull rush.
They've got more bounce. Even though they're still bringing the ball around quite a bit, there's a lot more movement and intention with the ball movement.
Hofer looking for that nice little counterclockwise crease roll that she likes. Here's Ella Christensen with the ball. Long pass out to McCarthy. McCarthy over to Harris at the top. Back to McCarthy. McCarthy. Oh, I thought she had a lane there for a second.
Oh, good save.
Real nice hustle by Lily Hofer to save the ball for the Hawks. Swings it over to Ella Christensen. Ella looks for the pass.
Good
Too
thought.
far. Coco's able to backstop it. Over to Mercedes. Mercedes finds a pass in the middle. That's Ella with a bounce pass blocked by the Branson Bulls.
Good save. We appreciate that. And good shot. Good play.
That was that's what you like to see. That's what makes it a beautiful game. The cuts, the pass, and the quick shots. So the Bulls pick up the ball and seem to have numbers on the Hawks right now. Nice block by Rush. There's a pass. Off the side cage. Kira trying to control the ball. It's on the ground. Picked back up by Branson. Here's a shot. Looks for the shot by number 20.
Good
Blocked.
save.
Blocked by Rush. As we like to call her, V Rush. So there
we go.
There's Hannah. This defender, one of the moves that I like that Hannah, she didn't do it this time, but sometimes Hannah will take it coast to coast.
Yes, she will.
I love seeing that aggressive play by the Hawks. So there's number 13, Zola Saunders. Zola looking for a cutter. Finds it, and McCarthy puts a powerful shot on goal, but blocked by the Bulls.
Great play.
Really nice cut and a powerful shot. Hats off to the Branson goaltender.
It's a different team. She's going to get a bruise from that one.
Well,
good save.
You certainly know as the father of a goalie.
The bruising is inevitable.
Oh, my goodness. So Tam resets. It's Harris at the top. Over to O'Connell. O'Connell and McCarthy. McCarthy back down to X and Christensen. Ella, I like that Ella's looking for the pass. You can tell that she's really looking for the pass. Hofer.
She's looking to do the move again.
Is she? Is she going to roll the crease?
But it wasn't there. The defense picked her up.
Oh, little bit of a long pass there, and fortunately we have 3 Hawks around the ball, still trying to regain possession, and Branson's able to get away with it. Swings it over. Branson crosses the 50. Defended by, takes a strong shot. There she is, Vanessa, with a nice block.
Save,
but it looks
good
like
shot.
Was there a call? Was there a call that's going to give the ball to Branson at the 8?
It must have been shooting space. I did not see it. Oh, it is at the 8.
It is at the 8. These are tough.
The odds are with the shooter on this one.
What do you think the odds are? What percentage of shots on goal from the 8 find the back of the net?
I'm going to say from straight up top,
Like
like
the-
80.
Yeah. So
Maybe
odds are-
that's a little
the
high.
odds are stacked against Vanessa right now, but she's been having a wonderful season and a great game. And
And it snuck
oh,
through.
that one snuck through. I thought
There's
she
the
blocked it.
there's the 80%.
Yep, there's the 8%. So
And we've got a game. We've got 4-2, and we don't want to blow out. We're here for competition.
we
We love to see it.
I don't know if Coach Roy and Ackley would necessarily agree with you, Dave.
The players don't love it as much.
I think the players would be happy to get a blowout in a scoring barrage, but we'll take we'll certainly take whatever we'll take whatever gets us to a win at the end of the day. But we all love good competition, and it looks like that's what we have so far out here today. Taking the draw for the Hawks is Sage Tidwell, but recovered by Branson. Branson was going the wrong way there for a second.
They call that a deke.
A deke. What's the derivation of a deke?
It's got to be Canadian because it comes from hockey.
Okay. Oh, it does.
Yeah.
That's a hockey term. Okay, so Branson had the last goal and now has possession. That's number 4, Sage Tidwell, contending the ball, moving her feet very well, not allowing the Branson offensive player to find an avenue to get through. Here's Eve Hodis defending. Eve's one of the sophomore captains of the Hawks and has had a wonderful year. They tried to drop the pass out in the front, but it's dropped, and there's a mad scrum. Ball still on the ground. Who can come out with it? These are the moments when coaches and fans. Oh, Tam gets away. Tam comes out with it. Great play right there. Sends it up to Chong. Chong's got looks like she has numbers. Sends it over to Zola. Zola finds a pass in the middle, an aggressive pass. Oh, couldn't quite be handled by Ella Christensen, but the Hawks pick it back up. Shot on goal by Hofer, off the cage. That's going to be white ball. Wow. Great defensive play to turn the ball back over by Ella Christensen, who quickly got the ball to Lily Hofer, who had a shot on goal, hit the left side of the cage and dribbled out of bounds, but it's back to the Hawks. Okay, so McCarthy. Sage with the ball at the top, looking for a little bit of daylight. Doesn't find it, so pulls back out.
Good job sliding over by the Branson defense.
You know, you're very fair and objective, Dave. I like that about you as an announcer.
I do want Tam to win if I can be non-objective.
Looking for the cut, looking for the pass. They couldn't quite find it. Ball's on the ground. Picked back up by number 13, Zola Saunders. Zola brings it in over to Sage. Sage aggressively circling the back of the goal. Finds a pass in the middle. That's number 3, Lily Hofer, who puts it back in the net for the Hawks.
Great play. Good teamwork. Love it.
Good teamwork, good vision, good cutting, crisp passing. That's how you draw it up, isn't it, Dave?
Yes, it is. That's how Coach Taylor draws it up.
That she sure does. So we're well inside of 3 minutes here at Sam Chapman Stadium, and the Hawks take a 3-goal lead.
That's how you want it on Bruce Grant Field.
Sure do.
And has Branson always been called the Bulls, as far as you know?
You know, I have to tell you, Branson, a private school here in Marin County, for long periods of time did not participate in the Marin County Athletic League, commonly referred to as MCAL.
Yeah.
And then more recently, in the last decade or so, their sports programs have grown. Some of them, in fact, competing at a very, very high level at basketball, soccer. But I don't know. Back to your original question,
Yeah.
I don't know if they've always been the Bulls. I don't see anything that would be politically incorrect with I've not heard of anything, so I would just assume that they probably have been the Bulls. So that's Reagan Schaefer who's come into the game for the Hawks. Oh,
Oh, that pass snuck through. That was fun.
Sage battling, charging, rolling. The crease looking for it. Defended well by the Bulls. Pulls back out and sends it over to McCarthy. McCarthy switches spots with Chong. And now she sends it back over to Mercedes.
All right, we're at 45 seconds now.
Okay, Zola with a nice drive towards the goal. Looking for a shot. She gets it off. Misses left, but the ball goes out. But Tam better get this ball back in play pretty quickly. We're almost inside of 30 seconds.
Let's see some urgency. Oh, they're having trouble getting the ball.
Oh, gosh. So hopefully they let Ella know that there's inside of 25 seconds here to play. Nice pass, nice cut. There's a shot and a goal for number 6, Kira McCarthy. Beautiful pass by Christensen.
Love it.
That was textbook once again. Ella Christensen with great vision and Kira McCarthy with a great timely cut right here at the end of the first half of play.
And I believe that is the TAM JV lacrosse team's we'll call it last second, even though there were 5 seconds left.
No.
The first last second goal of any quarter this season.
I think you're right. I don't recall any. I certainly don't recall any.
Before this, they've been pensive taking that last second shot.
Love to see it.
That was awesome.
That was great. So at the end of 2, it's the Tamalpais Red Tail Hawks 6, the Branson Bulls 2. Let's talk about this first half of play here while we reset the scoreboard. Referee calls up to the Hawks desk asking for a 4-minute halftime. Okay, so I'm corrected by the referee on the field. It's a 5-minute halftime, yet we're already 1 minute into it. Clearly not being paid by the hour. So here we go. It's a 4-goal lead for the Tamalpais Red Tail Hawks. So we've got about 4 minutes left to play. My partner's
I'm not getting paid by the hour.
He's doing double duty, both the scoreboard and TamTV.
The girls are going to appreciate that extra minute they're getting at the half.
They certainly are. So, Dave, talk to me a little bit about what are your thoughts on the offensive outpouring of six goals in the first half for the Tam Hawks?
I think they were like a freight train. It was very slow to start. Usually 6.5 miles for a freight train, believe it or not. And
in order to gain full steam.
Yeah, and it took Tam. It took Tam more than the first quarter.
Yeah, it did. It did. Another statistic I did not know. That's it. Really interesting. 6.5 miles in order for a train to get to its top full speed.
A freight train.
A freight train.
I don't know about a passenger train. I haven't looked into it, but I will now.
Maybe you can do that before our next telecast. Yeah, no, I think you're exactly spot on and right. Once I think maybe it was a little bit of combination of nerves, maybe a little bit of rust coming off of spring break.
Yep.
I know that they've only had one practice since coming back yesterday afternoon. So
and they haven't had a game in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So next week, what do we have? Terra Linda?
We have Terra Linda Thursday, and then I'm going to get the name of the. It's a private school in the East Bay, somewhere out in Concord. We're going to be heading on Tuesday, and that's the last game of the year.
And we'll take the number 4 or the 14 out there. What's the highway?
I don't. Without Google mapping it right now, I don't know.
But Terra Linda, is coached by Peter Bowman, our former JV lacrosse coach here.
Is he the JV coach?
Yes.
He's the JV coach because I know he's teaching up there now, right?
Yes, and he's also coaching. I believe he's a JV coach.
Okay. Well, we miss Peter. Peter's a great guy.
Yep.
On the Toyota out-of-town scoreboard, unfortunately, when I got here, the Giants had a 3-2 lead. They have lost the game to the Philadelphia Phillies 6-4. So they have split. If there's anyone out in TamTV land who has one eye on TamTV and one eye on the Giants, unfortunately, the Giants lost.
A split against Philly so far, and it's a 4-game series, I believe.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had 3 in New York, 4 in Philly, and then I think 3 down in Anaheim.
I like our Giants. No one's been sent down. No one's been sent up. We know the team that we're getting. just like our JV lacrosse team.
Right.
They build a cohesive
Well, yeah,
cohesive something or other.
yeah, no. Buster Posey, the new president of baseball operations, has really made character and I think the clubhouse an important factor in building around the team and thus
Cohesive, happy unit. That's what I was searching for as I was checking box scores where Jung-Hoo Lee again got 2 hits.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 RBI.
Great.
Love it.
So it's halftime here at Sam Chapman Stadium. Again, we want to thank the Tamalpais High School boosters. The boosters, as we always remind you at every telecast, they're the organization at TAM that really allows us to field the depth and breadth of different sports teams that we have here at TAM. Across all sports, across all ages, across all genders. We have, 4 total lacrosse teams here at TAM, 2 JV teams, 2 varsity teams. The programs are all doing incredibly well, and we really ultimately wouldn't be able to have all these teams, have the resources, have the coaching, have the equipment that we have without the support of the parents and the community sponsors whose banners adorn the fence across the field here.
I think I just counted 40 sponsors. That's incredible, considering this is a fairly small town. That's a massive number of businesses that are supporting us.
Well, it's funny, Dave. I want to remind you that, in fact, that we have some additional sponsors, even that are over west of here along Miller Avenue as well, that are over by the baseball fields, for example.
Incredible.
So thank you to all the families who make booster donations. Thank you to all the communities and businesses that help support TAM Sports.
Yes, thank you.
I have heard that this year there was so much generosity that, in fact, they ran a surplus in boosters so that there's going to be able to take care of some extra.
And I've heard that because there's so much surplus, they're getting a soft serve machine in the weight room.
Wow, I did not hear that, but that's exciting.
The kids are really stoked.
That's exciting. So here we are at the start of the third. It's Tidwell taking the draw, won by the Hawks. That's Kira McCarthy bringing it out. So it looks like at mid today, at the start of the third, we've got Sage Tidwell, Kira McCarthy, and Coco Harris. At attack, I see Cora O'Connell down to Lily Hofer. There's Ella Christensen. And on the far end, Zola Saunders. So similar lineup to what we had in the first half.
Love it. It worked. It worked in the first half. There's no reason it shouldn't work in the second.
Love to always see what the Hawks do after coming out of a halftime, kind of getting an idea. Look behind the burqa to see what the coaches are instructing, and
it's a mystery.
It is.
Here we go.
Okay, so there's Sage, switches spots with Cora and Makoko, and takes it to the top. Sage setting up, looking to drive, closed down by Branson, who then sends it down to X to Lily Hofer.
Has Sage had a goal yet this game?
I don't know. I don't have our halftime stats in front of me right now.
I'm guessing she wants one.
I'm sure she wants one. She's rolling the crease. She's met by 2 Branson defenders, so wisely pulls back and sends it to Saunders. Saunders over to O'Connell. O'Connell switching spots with Harris. Shooting space call. And it's a continuation. Lily with the ball at X. Nice stick work and footwork by Lily. Lily finds a pass. There's Sage. Oh, there's Ella Christensen in the middle. Beautiful pass from her ex-teammate at the back of the cage. And Ella Christensen puts it in for the 7th TAM High goal.
And they did it again.
What a pass. Love seeing, Ella and Lily both play side by side at X. And so you'd think that they kind of know each other's games pretty well, each other's tendencies. And that last play certainly showed that they've been working together a lot. Beautiful play by the Hawks.
Yeah, they seem to know each other.
So it's a 5-goal lead for the Hawks, 7-2. And here we are at the draw. Sage takes it again. Ball's in the air. Who wants it? Got to get low. Got to get low. Can't be digging a hole. Got to get low. As the coach, one of my daughter's first coaches used to say, butts down, butts down.
Butts down.
Got to get low to get that ball. So it's the Hawks retain the ball. That is Kira McCarthy on the far end of the field. Looking to set it up. Brings it to the top. Sends it over to O'Connell. O'Connell finds Harris at the cut. Coco takes a shot and finds the back of the net.
Harris, a chip off the old block.
Wow.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Great assist.
That was a great look by O'Connell to find the cutting Harris coming across the middle.
And Harris found the gap very well.
Wow. So there we go. It's a Hawk 6-goal lead now. 8-2 for the Tam High Hawks.
8-2. Let's see, with a lead like this, if Coach Taylor mixes up some offense and defense.
Well, it looks like the captain, Ellie Christensen, comes off to the sidelines. In her place, I can't see from here. We don't have a number on number 21. Do you know number 21, Dave?
21, I do not.
Okay. Apologies. Unfortunately, our roster is not complete with all numbers, so our true apologies to any Hawks whose names we're unable to announce. Well, Branson, Vanessa with a nice little snappy save right there.
Very good. Now comes the all-important clear, and she's got 10 seconds to get out of the crease.
Now, does she have to get the ball out in 10 seconds or just her body out in 10 seconds?
Just her body.
Okay, so here comes Hodis.
They're trying to push her out of bounds.
Hodis up the close sideline. Beautiful take by Hodis.
She fought that well.
Sends it up to Sage, who picks it up.
Great
Sage
passing.
over to Hofer. Hofer looking for she finds O'Connell with the shot. Oh, a nice block by the Bulls.
Great shot. Great ball movement to get that ball down the field quickly. I don't know if you know this, Dave, but it's so much faster to pass the ball down the field if you can than to run it.
It gets the field up faster.
It sure does.
Yeah, it's sometimes it can be a bit more risky, but
yes.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Oh,
looks like it's a
little push. Little push by Tam, number 6.
That's Hannah. That's Hannah Gates right there.
And sometimes you want to get a push or a foul to stop the momentum of the other team.
Yep. Well, the Tam defense not letting anything in right now. Shot on goal, blocked by Rush, but it looks like they're going to get the shooting space call.
Shooting space.
Could possibly.
So you really have to slide in front of the offensive player. You can't get in front of her last minute.
Explain to me. Put a little meat on that bone when you say you have to slide versus.
So I mean, like a charge in basketball. You don't necessarily have to set your feet, but you do have to be in position in front of the offensive player.
Okay. So you need to kind of be there first, in essence.
Yes.
Right. Got it.
There we
and
go,
Vanessa
save.
blocks it. There's one of those high percentage. And the long outlet.
There we go.
A 35-yard outlet pass to O'Connell by Rush.
She was wide open.
So gives the Hawks numbers. There's O'Connell charging, looking, gets it down to Hofer.
They had numbers.
They certainly did. You know what I loved about that outlet pass is Vanessa got it out quick before Branson could set.
Yes. And that really starts the offense. If you can get a good quick clear downfield, the offense is already ripping.
That was evidence right there. Zola finds the crease. But just puts the shot high and right.
She had a corner open.
Yeah, she did.
I like that shot.
We had a great angle from sitting here in the Hawks nest on that one, Dave.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, so she found that little sliver of daylight, exploded through it, and was able to get the shot off. Unfortunately, it was a little high and right, but Tam retains possession of the ball. Lily, got to be a call there. Nothing? A no call.
Lily wanted that call.
Well, I think
rightfully so.
I understand she did. I mean, when you get mauled like that, normally you would get the call. But you can't complain with the 6-goal lead. So Branson is bringing the ball back, trying to chip into this Tam High lead. And Sage with a little forearm shiver. I like the aggressive play. Okay. So Branson with the ball at the top. setting up. Drives right. We've seen this shot before. Rush stops it, but there's a shooting space call. Vanessa is turning all these shots away today, Dave.
She's having a pretty good game.
She certainly is.
And there's a price to be paid. If you save a shot with your foot, it doesn't feel good.
Ouch. Can I ask you a question if you know the answer? I know the girls lacrosse plays with a yellow ball, and boys lacrosse plays with a white ball. Is there any difference in the balls?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, so the shooting space, the award of the shooting
worked
space,
out.
yeah, worked out for Branson. And while Vanessa has blocked many of the shots, they were able to sneak one in there and bring it down to an 8-3 ball game. So
What is different about the boys lacrosse, I'm not sure about the ball. I don't think there's a difference.
Okay.
But the nets on the sticks are deeper, so they can get way more velocity on a shot. Imagine, High Lie has these big, long,
banana
curvy tools.
Yeah.
It's the same with the boys lacrosse sticks, and the defensive players have sticks that are 5 feet tall.
Right.
And so they
seen
can
those.
really get velocity on the shots.
The game, while it has the same name, lacrosse, it's really an entirely different sport altogether.
It is. It's a bit more physical and fast.
So here we are setting up. We've got about just under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Branson controls and is charging up the field. Defense doesn't stop. Blocked by Rush.
Let's get that ground ball now.
There's Eve looking for the ball, battling, fighting. Who's going to get it? Looks like Hodis comes out with it. Hodis charging up the right side, met by two Branson defenders. Ball's knocked out. Ball on the ground. Branson's still trying to recover.
Oh,
Eve
that was a clever pass.
That was a little. So great defensive by Eve Hodis, and then she's met, and the ball gets slapped out and sent back over to Branson. So they're able to reset with a 5-goal deficit. Oh, and a nice steal right there.
Great check.
Is that McCarthy who checked that ball? It is. So McCarthy taking it herself. A beautiful check on defense, and she brings it all the way up. Oh, but she's checked from behind, and it goes right back to Branson.
She could have used a fellow teammate alerting her to the defender coming up on her.
So, checked again by Gates. What's the call? Back to Branson. Oh, shots on goal. Blocked by Rush. Cat-like instincts.
Can she get it out quickly? And she does.
And she does. Oh, cleared it to Reagan Schaefer, but the ball gets loose. And Tam battling back to Branson. Great block by Rush right there.
There seems to be a pause in the action.
A little confusion on the field, but so we're inside of a minute here in the third period. The score is Tam 8, Branson 3. Oh, there's a
good play.
I saw that cut from here, Dave.
You saw it building, didn't you,
Yeah,
Dave?
you saw it building, and you know what? The Branson offensive player was able to pick her head up and see her cutting across the middle, finds the bull, and the bull is able to sneak one past the Tam goalkeeper and to make it a 4-goal lead for the Hawks.
Here we go. I like it.
Not sure if they're going to get this one off with the running clock, and certainly probably aren't going to have enough time to have the ball put in play for any consequence.
No, 2 seconds.
Okay, so there we are at the end of 3. It's Tamalpais Redtail Hawks 8 and the Branson Bulls 4. What did you think? I really liked the way Tam started in the first part of the third quarter.
They started hot. That was the most energy they've shown in probably 3 games.
Yeah,
that was really good.
It was great. No, they looked great.
They were cutting. They were moving. They were playing good defense.
I think what was the score at half? Was it a 5-2? Was it a 5-2 score?
That sounds right.
I think it was. So
Our statistician is sick tonight, so we don't have the stats in front of us.
They are. So to quickly acknowledge a few of our community sponsors with banners on the far side of the field. There's a Southern Marin Wolfpack. Nice to see them sponsoring the older program.
Yep, a lot of these kids came up out of that program.
They certainly
through that program, rather.
Yes, they certainly did. That's all of my girls first learned to play lacrosse with the Wolfpack. We have Parallel Advisors, Sunwatts. Let me see others like Howard Wynn Realty, Host Poppy, Gelati Construction, Cartelligent, Wink Optics, Peter Levy Plumbing, Mill Valley Baseball. It's about as far as these 52-year eyes can.
Susie Drysdale.
Susie Drysdale.
The secondary font is a little small for me to read, but I did get my driver's license, so don't worry out there, folks.
That's another term I've never heard
I think
of.
I need to go to Wink Optics.
You do?
Yeah.
Well,
Get some glasses.
Quinn owns Wink Optics, and she is a wonderful benefactor to the Talmadge Highest Hawks. She's a coach in the volleyball program and owns the Wink Optometry retail establishment right downtown Mill Valley, and she's a great she's a great person and a wonderful sponsor for the Hawks. So we're about to start the fourth quarter here at Sam Chapman Stadium, and even though the Hawks have a 4-goal lead, Taylor Roy, the head coach, is squatted down on the sidelines. All Hawk eyes are on her as she's instructing, as she's teaching, as she's giving some feedback to the Hawks.
I look for the Hawks to be more aggressive. With this lead offensively, they can afford to be more aggressive and learn what it's like to score.
I'd love to see it.
Right, because these girls will be varsity one day.
Well,
so
many of them will.
Many of them will.
Yeah, many of them will. I did not enjoy that track in sports, unfortunately. My sporting career ended in JV.
That was it.
Yeah, it was. But you know what? It was. I still loved playing sports, and
it's fun.
Yeah. Did you play?
I did. I played volleyball in high school.
I know you're from Southern California.
Yeah, so volleyball was very popular.
Is that sand or inside?
Indoor. So 6-man.
6-man.
And we played against some of the best teams in the country and future Olympians. And needless to say, our team was not dissimilar to Ridgemont High, and we did not do very well.
You did not.
But we had a lot of heart.
What volleyball position did you play, Dave?
I played everything.
So the kind of the rotating situation?
Yeah, I played backcourt and frontcourt.
Okay. All right. Well, lacrosse back here. There's Cora O'Connell who cleans up the draw for the Hawks.
Here's the aggression.
Oh, there's a pass. Down to number 11, Ella Christensen. Beautiful pass by Cora O'Connell. Finds Ella quickly in the beginning of the fourth quarter to give the Hawks a 5-goal lead.
And they moved it so quickly. Branson did not have a chance to set up their defense.
It's almost as if, I mean, they probably scored that thing within less than 20 seconds into the fourth quarter.
I think Coach Taylor's pleased with her pep talk.
Well, I did see Coach Taylor walking away with the pen board. Do you think that Coach Roy may have drawn that play up there?
It looked like a planned play.
It certainly did. So here we go. Hawks with a 5-point lead. Sage Tidwell taking the draw for the Hawks. All right, ball's in the air. And Branson controls.
Sometimes you see players running the wrong way at the beginning of quarters because, unlike other sports, they switch sides every quarter, not every half.
That's
not each half?
That's the aforementioned deke.
Yeah, that was a deke.
That was a deke.
It's very clever.
That's new nomenclature for me, but I'm going to incorporate that.
I like it
into my life somehow.
Let's look up the derivation of deke while we're here.
Let's do it. Okay, so it looks like a foul on Eve Hodis will give the Branson Bulls the ball at the 12. You know, they're trying to look for the ball.
And once in a while, if you've got a player that can really fire the ball, you'll see them shoot from the 12.
Oh, Rush turns it away.
Great save.
She had a hard charge and took a low shot, but Rush was able to turn that shot away. Branson recovers the ball though and resets behind the goal, looking for cutters.
Good save. We love to see that.
None to be seen. Branson brings it back to the top, contested by Hodis. Takes a shot. Blocked once again by Vanessa Rush. V. Rush. What's the call there? A little late call by the ref. Any idea, Dave?
I did not see anything.
Oh. When in doubt, I suspect it's probably a shooting space.
It is probably a shooting space.
Okay, so with a 4-meter advantage from the last time, Branson taking it this time from the 8. Shot on goal, but Rush says not so fast, my friend.
Good
and
clear.
A quick release. I love it again.
That's it. Here comes Tam.
Okay, so here's Sage Tidwell.
That's a sprint.
That is a sprint. I wouldn't want to get in front of that. Sage drops it down to, I think that's Saunders. Saunders finds Chong in the middle. Turned away by
Great
Branson.
shot. Great save.
Oh, that was Lily Hofer. Hofer controls the ball, brings it back to X, looking for cutters.
Great fourth quarter action.
Oh,
Best we've seen yet.
Really exciting. Really
For
exciting.
both teams.
Positively. So, ball's at the top with the freshman Harris. Contested by Branson. She drops the ball.
That was an
an
illegal check.
That was a check.
That came right in front of her face. Maybe hit her goggles. And it happens. Everybody does it.
Just watch the teeth, right? Just
Watch.
the teeth.
The teeth are expensive, aren't they, Dave?
Goodness gracious. Okay, so Harris gets the ball in, sends it over to Sage Tidwell, who collects the ball, brings it back to the top. Sage, met by 3 Branson defenders.
Way to keep that ball.
Finds Harris on the cut. She can't control it, but she picks the ball up.
Let's call that a shot on goal.
Let's call that a something on goal. That is ultimately controlled by Branson. Okay, so Branson's coming back up the field. And that's number 18 crosses the 50. Met by number 5, Cora O'Connell. Cora defending.
She does not want to give up that ball.
Oh, and there's the call.
And that's the reason she wants the shot.
Well, it's a high percentage shot. I'm surprised that we don't see more plays set up in order to get the player to the 8.
They've gone low most of the time, except for that last one. She went upper left.
I suspect V. Rush is thinking the same thing right now.
She does. It's a mystery.
Shots on goal.
She went back down.
Bounces it. Bounces it on the lower left-hand side. And so that's a 5th goal for Branson. The score, Tam 9, Branson 5. Just about not quite halfway through the 4th quarter. Does V. Rush talk about what they talk about? I think we've talked about this before, but when they have these kind of huddles after a play.
Yeah, she talks about where maybe somebody missed an assignment or how they could better position. And she's probably thinking about the goal that just got in and what she could have done, because some of it's guessing because it comes in quick.
Yeah, you've got to kind of guess.
You can look at the eyes and the stick.
Right. It almost feels like in soccer, when they're taking a penalty kick, you got to kind of pick one side and got to go with it.
Yes.
So, ball's on the ground, fouled by O'Connell. So it's going to be a Branson ball.
A Branson bull ball.
Branson bull ball. Oh, and Kira McCarthy steals the ball for the Hawks.
Great pickup.
Crosses the 50, brings it on the right-hand side. Looking for a pass. None to be had. Oh, she finds one. Finds Mercedes in the middle. Couldn't quite handle it and pulls it back out.
That was a nice
There's
pass.
another pass. Down to Christensen. Christensen slows things down. Brings it back to the X. Looking for cutters. over to Hofer. Hofer sends it back up to the top. Over to O'Connell. O'Connell to Harris. Harris to McCarthy. McCarthy to Mercedes. Back down to Christensen. Ella being patient. Oh! Bobbles the ball, but picked up by Lily Hofer for Lily. Finds Christensen in the middle. Put the shot on goal. Oh, that was beautiful.
Over the left shoulder. Almost a no look.
Oh, my goodness. What a beautiful teamwork by the two. What's the correct term? If you play X, are you, what's the name of that position? Just
a
X?
real go-getter.
A real go-getter. Well, Lily found her Lily found her teammate in traffic in the middle. And puts it in the back of the net, giving the Hawks a 5-goal lead. Score here is 10-5, Tamalpais. So Cora O'Connell is going to take the draw here for the Hawks. So here we go. Hawks looking to control, and they do. That's Cora O'Connell. Cora bringing it up. Cora splits the defense and puts the shot in the back of the net.
Sheer will.
What a pretty shot that was.
That's tough to stop.
Cora just found a little sliver of daylight right there. Got herself through and put the shot midway down the goal on the left-hand side to give the Hawks a 6-goal lead.
And controlling the ball through that traffic is not easy.
It's not easy. It's not.
The ball does not want to stay in the stick.
Dave, another question I have about the difference between boys and girls lacrosse. Why is it that the girls lacrosse baskets are so much tighter than the boys' baskets?
Of the velocity reasons. So
Okay.
the boys are covered in pads and helmets.
Okay.
So
that's
they're more built for the danger of the fast ball.
Okay. So the deeper it is in the pocket, the faster, more velocity that you can get on the shot.
Yes.
Okay. But it makes it so much more difficult to handle it when you don't have that deep pocket.
Yes. So if you gave a boy one of the girls' sticks, he would have a tough time controlling the ball like that our TAM player just did, running through the crease.
But there's Hofer to go collect the ball. Hofer brings it out to Harris, is looking for a pass. Yeah, I've seen the boys versus the girls.
Harris driving.
Oh, shot on goal, misses left, but it looks like Tam's going to retain possession. It's just so much more difficult to control the ball as you're running up the field with the girls' basket than the boys' basket. Okay, so there's Cora O'Connell bringing it up for Tam. Cora, here she goes again. Another shot on goal. This time it's collected by the Bull.
Good clear.
Bull goalie and sends it back out. Here comes Branson looking across the 50, and they do.
Number 18 does not mind taking it all the way for good reason.
Well, and the ball's on the ground. Oh, but they gave her the call, and now it's going to be another penalty shot from the 8. Well, Vanessa's medal certainly being tested today by all of these penalty shots that she's having to face. Once again, this one from right at the top of the key. Oh,
great
turned
save.
Away once again by V. Rush.
She just got her stick down. That was nice.
Beautiful. Chooses the right direction, has the sense of knowing where Branson was going to go with that shot, and was able to turn it away. Oh, shooting space before the shot was taken, so Branson's going to have to bring that ball back out to the 8. That's number 24.
That was a nice shot by 24 with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we're 1 minute and 5 seconds.
So this angle is
makes it
more
tougher, right?
more tough for them to score.
And turned away by Rush.
Oh!
I think Eve didn't see that she was outletting it to her. She had the quick outlet pass and it got away. But what a beautiful!
That was great.
What a beautiful stuff. I think today. Go ahead, Dave.
We love the aggressive clears. You want to see that ball get ripped out by the goalie.
Oh, Vanessa, unofficially, has got to have a greater than 50% percentage blocks today.
I think that's it, and that's what you want as a goalie if you can attain that.
Yes. So McCarthy brings the ball up. Now it's on the ground. Tam looking to collect it with just about 15 seconds left to play. So it looks like our Hawks are going to get away with a victory here today, Dave.
You're right. Can Branson get a shot off with 3 seconds left? She's going to have to shoot it now.
There it is. It's a three-point shot. No! So the final score here at Sam Chapman Stadium, the Tam High Hawks flooding the field to go down and appropriately congratulate their goaltender, Vanessa Rush, for a phenomenal game, turning away more, I'm going to say, than 50% of the shots on goal here today.
Yeah, that was a great game by everybody. I think everybody contributed today, and that's what we want to see.
You know, you thought sometimes maybe you'd see a little bit more rust coming off of spring break, people sitting on beaches, people sitting skiing on the slopes, and Tam looked nice and crisp and like a well-oiled machine.
They look good. Good win for the Tam Hawks.
A great win for Tam. So after spring break, we start the game with a victory for the Hawks. Very graciously, I'm going to have the first for me. The referee looked up to the Hawks Nest and thanked you, Dave, for doing such a great job on the scoreboard for us today. Thank you, Dave.
It's teamwork all around. Thank you back, Dave.
It is.
Dave has a tricky job. Not only he's running the board like a producer, he's calling the game and controlling the TamTV scoreboard,
which just made the score a final score of 11-5. So the teams shake hands. Tam starts this first game after spring break with a victory, a nice convincing 6-goal victory. And any thoughts on the game as we head into Terra Linda on Thursday, Dave?
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. So the girls are cleaning up the field. I know lots of the folks here on TamTV are going to be anxious to turn over to TNT to watch the Warrior play-in action that just tipped off down at Oracle. At the Chase Center here in San Francisco.
Oh, I'll be watching that.
But before we go there, let's tip our caps and congratulate our Hawks for a job well done.
Good job, Hawks, and good job, Mrs. Christensen, for braving the elements and doing such good camera work.
Yeah, Megan, really, thank you so much. We had phenomenal work from the top of the Hawks Nest. So, again, here on the shores of Richardson Bay, the first game back from spring break, the Hawks prevail over the Bulls on a score of 11-5. On behalf of Megan Christensen, our camera woman, and my partner, Dave Rush.
Good night, everybody.
I'm Dave Harris, signing off from the Hawks Nest, where the JV Tamalpais Red-Tail Hawks start the first half of after spring break with a 6-goal lead, 11-5. So long, everybody.